I'm Annabelle and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we are going to be doing a full run through of Sakura Arms. This is a Japanese game and it is a fighting game. Now, the reason why I picked to do this game is because it is going to be back on Kickstarter starting later in October 2020. So this will give you a chance to check it out, see if it's something that you would like to back up and something that you would like to play. So why don't you just join me at the table and let's play Sakura Arms. I have the game almost set up. The girls are ready to battle it out, go at it. Let me show you a little bit of how the setup works. It's kind of easy. The board tells you how many petals you got to put in each area. Right there, starting 3. That's how you know that in the aura, you start with 3 petals. That's your defense. Over here in your life, you start at the maximum, which is 8. It can go all the way up to infinite life, although I've never really seen that. But distance, which is your range, and what attacks you can do during your turn is also at max. It starts at 10, and you might want to manipulate that during the game to be able to do different attacks, and you'll see that play out as we start playing. Your flare starts at 0. It can also go to infinite, but again, I have never seen that either. Same for the opponent. This is the opponent's side. He's got his aura, which we just messed up. His aura, he's got his life. These are the pictures of the ladies that are fighting for us. Over here, we're gonna have the red team. They call it red because it's more aggressive. This lady has a katana. This lady's got a gun. They start at 0 vigor because they are first players, so it is an advantage to go first. On the other hand, our blue team, which is more of a defensive team, but I mean they're badasses too. Don't feel sorry for them. This girl. You can see that she's got a fan. She's definitely defending. She's fanning off the attacks. And because they're player 2, they start at 1 vigor, which is going to help them out a little bit. I got their decks, and these are their special attacks. Let me go ahead and show you the red deck. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing as if I was the red team, and I'll be showing you guys how that feels like, but I won't show you what the blue team is doing. That way, it'll kind of be a secret, and you won't really know what's coming, and that'll keep the suspense a little bit. But they have these special attacks, which they can use at any time as long as they pay for them. And the cost is up here. Their cheapest one is 2, then 3, then 6, and they pay that with their life pretty much. Not really, but they do pay it with flair, which one of the ways you get flair is when you start getting hit. You start adding whatever hit points you get into your flair area, and that's how you pay for these attacks. So if you pay with your life, you know that they're going to be powerful, right? So for 2, we can draw 2 cards, which is good, but not that great, because here, when you don't have cards, you actually start losing life. So, but for 2, it's not that expensive. Then for 3, we have a reaction and an attack. So this can help us defend if we get attacked. It says the attack discard was played as a reaction gains -2 +0, so it will help us defend. You'll see that if we use it or when we use it. And then for 6, this is a tank. This attack does either 4 to the aura or 3 to life. Wow. And the range is 1, 2. These guys, they have no range. This is a range of anything. That's a range of 0 to 10, which is exactly as anything, because we can't go lower than 0 and we can't go higher to 10 on the range. But this one is harder to pull off. It's a range of 1 to 2. So there can only be a range of 1 to 2, which you'll see in a minute. But I'm going to keep them face down because you're supposed to keep them face down until you use them to kind of surprise your opponent. And then when you use them, you flip them to indicate that you've used them. So those are the special attacks. Now, everybody starts the game with 3 cards, so I go ahead and give the red team 3 cards, and the blue team is gonna get 3 cards, and we're gonna take a look at what the red team got, because we can mulligan. They don't call it mulligan, but it's really what it is. You can go ahead and put back any cards that you don't like. Now, actually, I am pretty happy with this, I think. I might get the backstep away only because it'll put stuff on the distance, and the distance is already full. I am first player, so I'm not going to be able to use that. So when you mulligan, you just put the card down on the bottom of the deck, and you just draw another one, and you have to keep the one you got, which I don't really like. It's a 2 to 3 range and we're at 10 range, so I'm probably not gonna be able to use it, but I might use it later. So that's that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for the blue team, but I'm not gonna show you what they're mulligan. I'm gonna do that in secret. Kind of mulligan that. Yeah, I think we're mulligan that. And they got a new card and they're ready to go. So first turn for every player. We have a nice cool reference list of what a turn looks like, which is really convenient. But for the first turn, we're gonna skip the beginning phase. So no beginning phase for neither one of the two players. So we go to the main phase where we can play normal actions, as many as we want, or we can play a throughout action, which is a card that is color yellow. You see this as a shade of yellow. You will probably see them later on. Actually, I have two in my hand right now that are the throughout that I can, if I play one of these, that's all I can do in my turn. But this is a 6 to 9 range and this is a 2 to 3 range, so I'm not doing that. But I can play my footwork, which is probably what I'm gonna do. And I want to get the range down so I can play these cards next turn. So I will go ahead and play my footwork, which says that from the distance, I add 2 petals to the shadow. That's exactly what I want to do. So I take 2 petals down here and they go to the shadow, which is this area that right there, it says right here. And I put that in my discard pile, in my play card pile. There's a play card pile, there's a discard pile. And the discard pile, what you do is, what I'm going to do right now, am I going to do that? Yeah, why not? We're at 8 range right now. I'm thinking playing barrage next turn. I'm not going to get to 2 to 3. So I will discard this. And when you discard to do a basic action, you put the card face down and sideways to indicate that you're doing a basic action. And with that, what you can do is use the arrows. Basically, you use the arrows that are all over the place here. I can use an arrow to add, which is what I'm gonna do. I can use an arrow to move from the distance right here forward to my aura, to my defense. But I could have gone the other way around if I wanted to increase the distance. I can also bring from the shadow, I can bring to my defense. You can pretty much follow all the arrows and you're gonna see it happen because we're gonna be moving around a lot to manipulate the game board, because that's a very important part of Sakura Arms, is manipulating that board game. But for now, I am done. You do not refill your hand at the end of the turn. We are going to continue with the blue team and let's see what they're going to do. Again, we're skipping the beginning phase, so we just go to the main phase where I can either play a throwout card, which is a yellow shaded card, or as many normal cards as I want. I can also use my vigor. They start with 1 vigor, and the vigor works the same as the discarded cards. It lets you use those arrows that are all over the board game, all the black arrows. Let's see. For them, they're going to go ahead and use this to use the arrows and bring some more defense to their side. And now the range is 2 for 6. And we'll do that one more time with this card. And now the range is 5. And you know what? We'll use that 1 vigor. No, we can't, because I don't have any more room here. Can I put from the, nope. Okay, so we'll just stay there. We have 1 card, but we're ready to go for next turn. Haha. Now, red team, let's follow. Now we can use the, we're gonna do the beginning of the phase. So now we'll see a full turn, how it all develops. So the flow of a turn, first you gain a vigor, so they go from 0 to 1. The next part is about enchantments. In this particular game, we don't have any enchantments, so we can ignore that. But if there were enchantments, they would lose a petal. You use petals to kind of keep track how long an enchantment stays in play. Then optional, I don't want to do that now, but optionally I can lose a life to reshuffle all of my cards back if I don't have cards, because I must, no matter what, do the next step, which is drawing 2 cards. So I do have 2 cards that I can draw, but you see my deck, it's very small. I only have 10 cards. That's all I have. I have 7 cards that make up my deck, and I have 3 cards that are special. So I'm only playing with 7 cards. It's kind of really easy to remember if what cards I already have, what cards I've already played, what's coming. It's really easy to keep track of all that, which helps with your strategy. It's not like you're guessing, oh, what card am I going to get? What strategy would I use? Do I need to keep the distance at this or that rate? You kind of know because you don't have a lot of cards. But it also means that you are going to not be able to draw 2 cards at the beginning of your turn a lot of times, and you're going to have to lose life in order to be able to draw those 2 cards, which kind of keeps the game short. It's really what it is, which I appreciate. You don't want the game to draw out too long. So right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a range of 5. I would have loved to be at a range of 6, but I can't do anything about that. If I play a yellow card, I can't use my vigor to manipulate the arrows. I can't do any of that. So I'll have to wait for that. But we are at the range for shoot. So let's see. It's not going to be a very successful shot, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Well, we'll start chipping away. So I'll go ahead and shoot at my opponent. And now let's see if they react. They do not, so they have to take it. So it's either 2 to aura or 1 to life. Obviously, they're going to pick losing 2 to aura. You can see that right there. They lose 2 petals in their defense pool. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure the distance is at 6 for next time. So I'll go ahead and well, this is range 1 to 2, my slash. So I'm not going to get to range 1 to 2. So I'll go ahead and discard it face down to add 1 more to that distance, so that next turn, hopefully I can use my barrage and really hit hard. Let's see what the blue team is up to. Blue team has to get a vigor at the beginning. We skip the enchantment like we did with the before. We still have cards to draw, so we'll skip this optional losing life to put everything back together. We'll draw 2 cards that we have to do. And now, let's see. We are at 2 fours, we're at 6 range. 6 range. Well. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead and bring this to my defense pool, and I'll do that 1 more time. Now I'm at full defense, but more importantly, we are at range 4, which then I can use my glancing strike, which there is no choice here for taking aura. The opponent must choose to lose a life. So there goes first blood, first life lost. And then after attack, artistic, this is the power. Put this card on the top of your deck if your vigor is 2, and my vigor is 2. So go ahead and put that there. I'm happy with where I'm at. I could use vigor to switch things around, but I guess I'm going to keep it at 2 because I'm going to get that card back, and guess what? I'll be able to keep putting it on top of my deck, which is great. So that was the end of the blue team. Now we go back to the red team, who is very, very angry because they've just been hit. So revenge is sweet, though. We're going to get a vigor, and then we're going to skip the enchantment and skip losing life to draw 2 cards. We still have 2 cards that we can draw, so we'll do that. And we're at 4, not 6, which is what we needed to play the barrage. So again, our plans have been spoiled, but not a problem. We are going to, let's see. Okay, you know what? We are going to forsake this barrage so that we can get some more defense right here. And then we're going to, don't want to do this, so I'll go ahead and get even more defense, and then we can attack 2-2, which is not that great, but you know, at least we're chipping away again, chipping away, and the shadow is getting fuller and fuller with more petals. And that was the end of the red team's turn. Now the blue team would get a vigor, but they're already at max. So, and then they still have cards to draw. And I'm glad that I brought that down to 2. Hopefully she cannot, the blue team has no way of getting back up. And I don't think they do. So the first thing they're gonna do is use that to put more distance here, making it to 3. And you know, as sad as it is, we're going to lose a vigor to do it again. And now we're at 4, which means that we can do that attack again. It's 1 life no matter what, so there goes another life. Now the after attack was not going to trigger because it says put this card on top of your deck if your vigor is 2, but it is not. So now whether they want to or not, it goes on the discard play card pile. They're not getting that again. So at least that part is good. Now they're going to go ahead and use their vigor to add some defense because they don't want to be defenseless for this next turn. They don't have any cards to defend with. So if the red team attacks, they're probably going to have to take a hit to life if they can't defend with those 2. So they feel better that way. Now we go back to the red team's turn. So the red team, it would get a vigor, but they're already at max, and then they would need to redraw. So let me show you how that works. So we can do one or two things. There's an option to reshuffle your deck and take 1 damage to life, which is the option I'm gonna do that optionally. Or you have to draw 2 cards, and you take 1 damage to either life or aura for each card that you cannot draw. So if I decided that I don't want to shuffle because I can't draw any cards, I would have to take 2 damage to either my aura or my life, which then I'm gonna have to keep doing that every turn. So I'd rather lose a life right now. I know that puts me down to 3, but I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle everything and draw 2 cards, just like in every turn. Let's see what we get. Okay, and then we're going to choose what to play. Now I know I can play the slash because I'm at range 4 to 10, and right now we're at range 4. I can't play the brandish, but there's also something else I can do. Take a look at our special cards. I have a 3 here. And that is a reaction. So if I get attacked, I need to remember that I have a reaction that's going to help me defend. I can also draw 2 cards, which I don't need to do right now. And this is too expensive. So just I need to keep in mind that I can use this if needed. Okay, so with that said, then we will go ahead and shoot. And that is a 2-1. So we have left them defenseless. And now if I can manage, and I can, so this is going to be a good turn for us. I will go ahead and, well, you know what? Here's the problem, guys. I have too much defense, which you would think, oh, great, you have defense, but I can't manipulate this because I can't take stuff. The only way that I can take stuff out of here is putting it on my aura. So then what I can do, I don't know that I'll be able to get it to 2 though, which is what I need. That's too bad. But let's get things moving a little bit. So I'm gonna use 1 vigor, and I'm gonna use this one to move it to my flare, because then I'm ever closer to that super powerful attack. So why not? And also I just need to be able to get this down to 2. So we'll do it again. And this time we'll do it to refill right here. And unfortunately, I'm still at 3, not exactly where I want to be, but I'm at full health right here. My aura, my defense is great. So at least I feel good, and hopefully I'll be able to play this next turn. At least I'm getting there. So that was my turn, and now let's see what the blue team's got. They have no cards in hand. They will gain a vigor at the beginning of their turn. They can only draw 1 card, so now they have a choice, but their choice it's not really much of a choice because they draw one card, they'd have to draw another one. They can take a damage because they can't to either aura or life. They would have to take a damage to life because they don't have any aura. So might as well lose a life and optionally go ahead and shuffle everything because then they'll get all of their cards back and last a lot longer. It's the same damage either way. So they shuffle our 7 cards. They draw 2. And let's see. Well, they're actually not going to do anything this turn. You can have up to 2 cards at the end of your turn, so they're just going to wait. Hopefully things will pan out for them next turn. So back to the red team. Okay, so good. They didn't touch anything. I like it. So first we get a vigor, and then after that we have to draw 2 cards. So there's our 2 cards. And, ooh, even better. Well, no, pretty much the same, actually. And we can't do this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, okay, we have to play around this a little bit. Distance to shadow. If I play my footwork from the distance, I would take 2 to shadow, which is too much. So I can't do that. So we'll have to do it the hard way. We'll put this one down and we'll bring it to our flare, and then we need 1 more. So with this we'll bring it through this arrow, through the forward arrow. Now we're finally at 2. Can't play the yellow card because we've already done a bunch of other things, but if the distance stays at 2, you better believe next time they're getting the art of drawing. I want to teach them how to draw. But for this turn, I will play Brandish, which is an attack at range 2, and it's a 2/2. They have nothing here, so they have to lose 2 life. So finally, we're getting some damage through. So they're down 3 hit points. And that was the end of my turn. I love it. I don't have any more vigor, so I have to kind of stay there. But my defense is really good, so it's looking good for us, guys. All right, blue team. So they will gain 1 more vigor and they draw 2 cards. Okay, and then what are they going to do? They are going to, okay. Okay, we're going to do gate. And they're going to choose 2 from the shadow, add 1 to the distance. Now the distance is at 3, which means that they are going to attack with the cut down, which is a 3/1 attack. So I'll go ahead and choose to get rid of 3 of my aura tokens. And what else? Okay, they'll go ahead and play this one down. Oh, they can't do that. Okay. All right, so they'll just hold on to these. Let me see what they have as far as special attacks. Nope, they're not there yet. Okay, so we'll have to wait on that. So back to the red team. First thing they're gonna do is get a vigor. And now they draw 2 cards, and guess what, guys? The distance, we went the distance. We are teaching them how to draw. I'm not even gonna look at my other cards like that. That is a 4/2. They have nothing in the aura, so they have to take another 2 life. I'm not gonna complain or even think about that twice. So there they go. And because it is a throughout card, that's all I can do on my turn, but I think that was plenty. So now back to the blue team. Let's see, hold on, because I think, oh no, see, I want to show you guys this. They had a reaction, and I held this in my hand to kind of prevent one of those shenanigans. This would have been great if that card wasn't a throughout, because this card would have canceled the non-special and non-throughout attack that was played. But that was a throughout, and it says a non-throughout attack. So I couldn't have used it to prevent that damage. So I still got hurt, unfortunately. But at the beginning of my turn, I get vigor, but I'm at max. 2 more cards into my hand. And let's see, they've got to make this work now. We're going to use this to bring some defense, and then they're going to use this to, I don't know, we're going the wrong way, to gain more defense. Okay, that works, that works. And then they are going to, let's see, you know, I should have used this. Defense should have come from here, not the shadow. So I'll just do it like that. That works. Is that how it is? No. Oh my gosh, now I'm confused. Let me leave it like it is. Not taking anything back. Next, we are going to, let's see what this, we're at 5. What can I do? Ooh, 5. Okay. I'll need to remember that. But we can do this. Okay, perfect. We're gonna do this. So I need to get rid of one of these. I'll get rid of this one to add one more to the distance. And now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the special attacks. So when you use a special card, you leave it face up to indicate that you can't use it again. It costs 4 flares, which will bring to the shadow. Okay, and what does it do? You attack with range 2 or 3, which we're at 3. It's damage 1 or 1. My opponent gets to pick. Obviously, I'm gonna pick the 1. And then range 3 to 4, which we are at 3, 1 or 1. So again, I'll pick to lose 1 aura. And then another attack, range 2 to 4, which we're at, and it's damage 2 or 1 in this order. So no more aura to defend, so I'll have to lose another life. So as it stands, blue team is at 3, I am at 4. So pretty even. Okay, and are they gonna do anything else? No, maybe? No, they're not. Maybe they should. I only have one more card. I will. So I'm going to use Vigor. This could be dangerous. To add one more, and then I'm going to do a glancing strike, which is 4, and they don't have a choice. They have to lose a life. So they've managed to really beat me down this turn, but it's okay. Now I have a lot of flair, 2, 4, 6. So now it's my turn. First, gain a Vigor, then draw 2 cards. I can only draw 1 card. I have 3 more damage to do. I will go ahead and lose a life. That's okay. And shuffle everything back. I can do this. 3 more damage. 2 more cards in my hand. I'm at 4 cards. But what I really want to do is use this one. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. Oh, wait. We have to bring this. This is a 1 to 2 range. Oh my goodness. Suki Cage Crush. But if I can pull this off, they lose. So let's pull this off. 1 to 2 range. So it doesn't matter. We'll just use this, doesn't even matter, to bring forward some aura from the distance to the aura. We did it twice. We're at 2 range and we've managed to do it. It costs 6 flair, 2, 4, 6, but it is a 4/3 attack. They have nothing here, so they have to lose 3 life, bringing them down to 0. So the red team, the aggressive team, has won. They did it. They managed, with only 2 life left, they still managed to bring this blue team down to 0 life. That's the game. There you have it, guys. That was a full run through of Sakura Arms. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you now know if it's a game that's for you or not. I had a fun time playing with my girls. And hey, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Also, like us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out on our next video. Until then, may you play more games.